Hello, I'm Hollis from Hollis's IC Lab, and today this might be one of the most important videos I ever make. Today, if you don't know, is the last day to comment on the FAA's remote ID proposed rulemaking. And if you haven't heard about it, this is something really big that would drastically affect the flight of small unmanned aerial systems, also known as drones by most people, flying, which is what I do. It would no longer allow people to build their own drones, I'll call them, or quads, or whatever you want to call them, and fly them. If I like this one, I would no longer be able to fly it with the remote ID proposal if it takes place. I would also no longer be able to fly small planes like this one due to the remote ID proposal. Anything weighing over 250 grams would need to be required by the FAA to have remote ID, which would basically be something that you can't build onto any drones or planes or anything. You have to buy drones. You couldn't build it. It would just remove all building out of it. You'd be buying fully built ones. So this is something that, in its current form, would completely destroy this hobby. So I'm asking you guys to go comment on it. If you don't know about it, I'll explain a little bit more now. But please, if you haven't, go comment. Today is your last day. This could drastically affect the future of model aviation. So now, if you don't know about it, this rule that the FAA is trying to implement, remote ID, it would basically require all unmanned aerial systems to have remote ID, where they broadcast their coordinates and height and location to law enforcement and anyone else who wanted that information, the public and everyone else. So, as you can probably see from that, that could be a safety concern, as most media and stuff has represented drones and unmanned aerial systems as bad. So anyone who wants to harm an FPV pilot or something would just look, see where one is, and just be able to go to them. There'd be nothing stopping. And that's just one of the smaller problems with it. As I've already mentioned, you would no longer be able to build your own drones. If you did, you'd only be able to fly at fixed flying sites, which you'd have to apply to at the FAA, and you'd only be able to apply for the next 12 months. And they are designed to go away after time, so there would be no longer any area to fly. Model aviation is a great STEM learning tool, science, technology, engineering, and math if you don't know. It helps you learn how to program flight controllers, troubleshoot, solder, build stuff, fly. You learn about safety regulations and stuff. If you get a ham radio license, which you should have if you're flying anything with FPV, first person view, you're required to have a ham radio license. So if you're in the United States, you need that. You need to regulate your drone register your drone right now, so, which is not bad. $5, you put a registration number on your drone. But there's a few suggestions I have for what we can do to allow models like this one and small planes and stuff to continue being flown by hobby enthusiasts like myself. First off, the weight limit for the requirement of remote ID could be raised to like 750 to 1,000 or so. It would be difficult to build too big of quads like that, but it would be possible, which was what we want. We want a way to be able to comply legally and easily, where we're still able to do what we love, and it's not stopped by regulations. Another thing we could do is use LANCE, which is an already implemented system. It's for low altitude authorization and notification capability. It can, if you're flying within 5 miles of an airport, you can notify the FAA. You can look on an app on your phone and notify the airport where you'll be flying, and then you can fly there. So that is a great system. I think if the FAA really needs remote ID like they have proposed here, they could use LANCE and just spread it over the whole country, so you can just say where you'll be flying. Another thing we could do is shielded operations. It's not the best option, but so you can't fly above the highest obstacle around you. It would work, it would not be the best solution, but it would still enable us to do what we love and fly these monoliths that we build ourselves. So, yeah, hopefully this video inspires you to go comment if you haven't already. And if you haven't heard of this, please do more research now and comment today. This is your last chance, and this could literally change the future of model aviation. So please just listen to what I say, go research a little bit, comment today. And that's all. So this is probably my most serious video ever, and I apologize to anyone who wanted FPV freestyle, but I feel like this is more important today. I really should have done that video earlier. So bye everyone.